Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome to the December 2021 channel update. I'm recording this on January 1st, 2022 because I forgot to do this last week. No excuse, I've just been in vacation mode for the past 2 weeks and this totally slipped my mind. That and December was a bit of a slow month, so it just kind of slipped. Apologies for that. But this video, as always, is a week exclusive or exclusive for a week for my channel members. So thank you to Ginny B, John Aldridge, Tammy Skinner, Joe Saunders, Luis M. Huesca, Daniel Cockerill, Octane Reaper, and Spencer Young. Thank you all so much for being paid channel members. Really appreciate it. If you'd like to be a channel member, you could do so by clicking the blue join button below this video, and you get these channel updates a week before the general population. So that's your little perk. Okay, so December was an interesting month. Like I said, I had a feeling it would be slow. At the start of the month when I recorded this channel update, or I guess it was really like the end of November, on that day, Dark Souls Nightfall was delayed into January. So my plan of playing through Dark Souls Nightfall and streaming it in December fell through. That was okay. Hilariously, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, Dark Souls Nightfall announced that it would be delayed again with no new release date. So they said the original plan was to get it out before Elden Ring, and the developers felt like they could do that, especially by setting themselves a deadline, and they said the deadline did help, but there was just so many things that they wanted to include that they just didn't want to cut, so they have decided to delay it again until after Elden Ring. Personally, I have no problem with this. I don't mind at all. Just let it cook as long as it needs to cook. But I am a little worried that they might release it like 2 weeks after Elden Ring, and I'm not going to be ready for it. But we'll see what happens when it happens. I assume they'll probably, if they're going by the sort of release schedule they were aiming for, where they want it to be like exactly 1 month before Elden Ring, or thereabout, maybe they'll do like a month after Elden Ring. Who knows? I also find it hilarious because this game is being made by Souls fans, so there's no doubt in my mind that they're just going to play Elden Ring when it comes out, which they should, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a fan project. It's not like they're making money off this. But I don't know, maybe a month after Elden Ring comes out. Who knows? So my plan to stream that in January has now fallen through, so we got to find something to do this month. I did mention in the previous channel update that I wanted to go back and play through an old game called Illusion of Gaia. And I still haven't done this. Instead, I played through this game. Oh, God, you can't even see it. Demon's Souls on PS3. Hilariously, I did not have a physical version of this game until last night. A friend of mine had 4 copies of it in his library. 1 Asian version, 2 regular American versions, and then 1 American Collector's Edition. And I was just like looking through his shelf, and I was like, oh man, you have so many copies of Demon's Souls. And he's like, just take one. Merry Christmas. So I finally have myself a physical copy of Demon's Souls on PS3 after all this time. But I did play through the game again on PlayStation 3 and recorded a full playthrough walkthrough. I don't know. I really don't know like what sparked me to do this or anything, like what sparked the idea. I kind of can't remember at this point, but I'm really glad I did. And the reason for that is because there is a community server on PS3, and it's also accessible if you're playing the emulated PS3 version on RPCS3. And if you have RPCS3, you can play Demon's Souls in 4K 60 FPS. It's a little glitchy, but it looks fantastic and runs really, really well. It's very smooth. But there's a community server for the game because several years ago, Sony, I guess it was Sony, maybe it was Atlas, I don't really remember who was running the servers, but they shut down the official Demon's Souls PS3 server. So at that point, you could no longer play online with folks. You couldn't even see player phantoms. Everything was taken offline. But there is a community server available that is extremely easy to connect to, especially on PS3. All you have to do is change the DNS address when you're setting up your internet connection on your console. You just change it to a specific value, and then you can play on the server. It's safe. It doesn't get you banned from PSN. Nothing. Trophies still work. I actually got 2 new trophies while playing this time because of online play. So it's really nice. And it's not like bustling with activity. I think at any given time when I was playing, there might have been like 25 to 30 people online, which is still really, really nice. It's just great to see people like running around, seeing phantoms. I never got invaded. I never did see a blue summon sign, although I played most of the time in soul form, so it's probably why. But it was a lot of fun. And going back and playing that game on PS3, a year after playing it on PS5 was just a really fun experience, and I highly recommend to everybody that you try to do that in whatever way you can. If you have a PlayStation 3, you can pick up a physical copy of the game for about $20 on eBay if you're okay with getting a greatest hits version. The black label I think goes for about $40, and then the collector's edition goes for about $100 to $150 open, like used. Sealed, the American Collector's Edition goes for like several $100s. So, wide range of offerings. I would love to one day just walk into a game store and stumble across a Collector's Edition of Demon's Souls. There's no way I'm ever spending $300 on it, but I would just love to get one day. But highly recommend you play it. I don't think it's available on PlayStation Now. I could be wrong about that, but I do know that you can't get it digitally anymore. I'm almost positive that it's not available, because if you search Demon's Souls on the PlayStation Store, only the PlayStation 5 version comes up, and it's been that way since the PS5 version came out. So, or maybe even since the servers got taken offline. But I do own it digitally, so if you still have it, it's available. Anyway, play Demon's Souls, fantastic game. So, looking forward into January, I don't know what we're gonna do. I really don't. Nightfall was the thing. I may go back and cover a game that I didn't get a chance to cover in 2021, and that's Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I was sent a review code for it, but it was as I was going on vacation to Disney World back in June, so I just didn't get to play it. I would go out and buy my own copy. I would not use this review code, but I don't know. Like, it's just a PS5 exclusive. I would really like to put out some more 4K HDR footage, especially with Elden Ring coming out, just kind of get used to that workflow again, because it is a little bit different, and then go from there. But we'll see. Going back to work this month on Monday, I've been off the past 2 weeks. I'm not exactly sure what my schedule is going to be like, so I may feel that out a little bit. My work is project-based. Like, I am technically I work full-time hours, but my work is project-based, so it kind of fluctuates how busy I am. So I got to feel that out, but I might go back and play Ratchet and Clank. I may also do Illusion of Gaia. That game is always in the back of my mind, like every day I think about that game. Even if I don't want to play it, it's just always there. It's one of my favorite games, and I think it deserves it didn't sell extremely well back in 1994, or 95 whenever it came out, so I would love for a new set of people to get to know it. Another game that I did play in December, actually, was Blasphemous. So this is a game that I played back in July, and since July, 2 sets of DLC have come out. At least so one of the first DLC is not accessible until New Game Plus, so it may have been available before July, but I just probably didn't get to it. But anyway, I think that was the case, actually. But new DLC came out for the game called The Wounds of Eventide, or Eventide, I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. But this game is fantastic. It is probably the best Metroidvania game in existence. It is so good. The art style is absolutely incredible. The story is very dark, very twisted, very macabre, and it's just so good. Like, dark religious tones. It's literally about a religion of pain and suffering. It's just so good. And the world is fantastic. The combat is incredible. The bosses are awesome. The music is good. There is literally nothing wrong with this game. It's so good. I did stream it a few days ago. I kind of got hooked on playing it again. The same friend who gave me Demon's Souls, I was over his house last week, and he started playing it. I actually got him a physical version for Christmas because I saw him start playing it again. And watching him play, I was like, man, this game is so strong. Like, I forgot how strong this game was. And my save file was on New Game Plus. I was about halfway through the game. And so I just picked it back up, and I beat the whole thing in 2 days. All the new DLC, all the new bosses, everything in 2 days. So if you haven't already played Blasphemous, check that out. And if you'd like to see what it's like, go watch my stream archive. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Just a heads up, it's kind of like a 5-hour stream of me struggling against a few bosses. I do kill most of them, all but one actually, but there are long stretches of time where I'm fighting a boss for like 30 minutes. But it's really cool. It's a really, really fun game. Highly recommend. But for January, maybe we'll go back and do Ratchet and Clank. Maybe I'll do Illusion of Gaia. We're kind of, like I've been saying the past 2 months, we're kind of just biding our time for Elden Ring. And unfortunately, the game that I want to be playing, Dark Souls Nightfall, keeps getting delayed. No shade to the developers or anything. I totally understand. It's a fan project. Take your time. Let it cook. Do whatever you got to do. But it does keep getting delayed, and that is always my plan to play it. So we'll see where it goes from there. Or we'll see what comes up. But yeah, I guess that's it. So I hope your holidays were good. Mine were pretty decent. Hung out with some friends last night for New Year's, and yeah, it was nice. So yeah, I guess that's it. Bit of a slow month again. January, I don't anticipate being too busy. I do want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. So in the year 2021, I got 9,717 new subscribers. I ended 2020, I'll tell you right now, I ended 2020 with, I think, under 15,000 subs. Hang on, we gotta go to live count. 2020. I ended 2020 with 14,238 subscribers, and I ended 2021 with 23,955. So we are almost at 24,000. I was really hoping to hit 24,000 by last night, but it's quite all right. My goal for 2021 was actually to get 25,000, so we got really close. These are just goals that I set for myself. I don't actually like try to make content with the intention of gaining subscribers. I don't play that game. I just make content, put it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't chase the algorithm. I don't chase numbers. I don't care about it. But what I will say is this was the best year for me on YouTube by far, both in terms of growth and views and everything. And I know this is like a bit of a weird subject to talk about. Most folks don't talk about this, but it was also the best year monetarily. So a year ago, I guess it was maybe like a year and 3 months ago. So I worked for a company called Battlefy for 3 years. It was a great job. I liked it a lot. It's an esports tournament platform, and I handled a bunch of their corporate clients. And then I was an account manager there. Anyway, I worked there for 3 years, but I got kind of tired of it, so I quit. And I quit without having a job lined up. And this was September of 2020. And my plan was to get a job as an influencer relations manager. It didn't work out. Like those jobs are kind of rare, and I'm just not exactly qualified for them. But I had frustrations working at Battlefy, so I left. And then I took a month off. And then after that, I actually wound up being a contractor for Battlefy, doing a much more reduced role that was way less stress, which was very nice. But basically for a year and 3 months at this point, I have been on my own. Like I work for a company, but I'm freelance. I'm a contractor. And this has afforded me so much time to focus on YouTube over the past year. And I really believe that it has come through in my content. With my work being project-based, I do have very busy periods. Like there were a few weeks over the summer where I worked like 60 hours a week. And it's fun work. I really don't mind. I actually like it a lot. It's kind of like stressful adrenaline work. It's all broadcast stuff, so I like it. But anyway, point being, because I quit that job and because now I'm kind of just on my own out here and like constantly having to figure it out, the money I make from YouTube has helped a lot. And being a contractor, I got a 2-week break from work for the holidays, but because I'm a contractor, so the whole company gets off, but because I'm a contractor, I don't get paid for it because I'm technically hourly. I work full-time hours, but I do have to submit hours. But I don't get paid for it. But because YouTube does pretty well, it made up for it. So having a 2-week break off of work and literally not really doing too much on YouTube, I mean, I played through Demon Souls, which I would have done anyway. The money made up for it. The money that I lost not having 2 weeks of work was made up for my monthly earnings from YouTube. So it's been a really great year. And, I think in another 2 or 3 years, YouTube could be my full-time job. I would love it if that's the case. If not, it's quite all right. I don't see myself stopping doing it if that's not the case. But I really just want to thank you all for watching my videos, especially if you don't use ad block. I mean, I use ad block. I don't care. And I know this is getting a little long-winded, but I really want to thank you for supporting me for the past, several years, especially the past year and 3 months, because without the support of viewers and donators and channel members, I don't know what I'd probably still be at Battlefy, still miserable. So, yeah, and no shade to Battlefy. I was just like kind of burnt out from the job. But I'm really enjoying what I'm doing now at Riot, and it gives me so much more time to work on YouTube and really just focus on my own thing and kind of create the career that I want, and that would not be possible without all of you. So thank you very much. Okay, cool. So I think for the new year, my goal, and again, I don't really do much to strive for this goal, but 50,000 subscribers is where I want to be by January 1st, 2023. I want to get to 50K. I think with Elden Ring, it's possible, along with a few other things that are probably coming out this year. If we get Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, maybe, or Final Fantasy 16 or something huge like that, we could probably make it work. But we'll see what happens. 50K 2023, that's what we're going for. But yeah, that's it. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Again, channel members, you have this video exclusive for a week, so thank you very much. And hopefully I'll see you at some point this month with something else. Maybe I'll stream. I beat Blasphemous already, plowed through it, so I don't have anything to stream there. But maybe I'll do an Illusion of Gaia stream playthrough or something. But we'll figure it out. All right, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.